Hello and welcome to Wanna Be a Chef. Today we are going to see how Pizza Hut make their pizza base. Let's get started to know the ingredients for the pizza base and let's see what is the secret ingredient behind Pizza Hut pizza base. To start with our ingredients, I have taken 300 grams of all-purpose flour or maida, 165 grams of warm water, 7 grams of active dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of brown sugar. So they don't use regular sugar, they use brown sugar. So please take brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, there are alternatives like maple syrup or golden syrup. You can add these with the similar quantity. So I have taken 3 teaspoons of brown sugar here. Secret behind the Pizza Hut pizza base is the milk powder. So they add milk powder. That is the reason there's a different kind of sweetness in their pizza base. So I'm adding 12 grams of milk powder here. You can take any brand of milk powder, but do add milk powder. This is an optional ingredient. It's called bread improver. This you can skip. It's not mandatory. So just to get that smoothie texture, I'm adding bread improver. So you can skip or you can add. Bread improver is basically used in the commercial or the commercial purpose. I'm taking 1 teaspoon of bread improver here. We also need 3 tablespoons of olive oil, or you can add vegetable oil if olive oil is not available. So what I'm going to do with this flour is I'm going to add half of the waters. That is, we have taken 165 grams of water. So I'm going to divide this water into 2 parts. One part will directly go into the flour. That is the half cup of warm water, which I'm going to add to the flour. Then 1/4 cup will be remaining, and to that I'm going to add my brown sugar. So I've taken the flour, that is 300 grams of flour. To this I'm going to add bread improver, milk powder, and salt. So we are going to keep this aside, mix well. So I have the divided water, that is the half cup of water, and one is 1/4 cup of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this now. To take the flour mixture, to this I'm going to add half cup of warm water and I'm going to mix this. We just want to mix and we'll keep this aside for now or for about 15 minutes. So this part is very important. Please don't skip this part while making the pizza dough. I'm going to transfer this 1/4 cup to my half cup because we are going to add sugar. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Again, please take brown sugar, not the white sugar. Just combine so that the sugar dissolves. So to this I'm going to add my 7 grams of active dry yeast. So just combine your yeast well. And let the yeast mixture sit for around 10 minutes. The yeast mixture has been sitting for a while now. You can see the froth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the flour mixture here. To add my yeast mixture, you can see the froth on it. So that means my yeast has proven well. Now I'm going to add this. Now to this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm taking 3 tablespoons. A hand mixer here. You can see hand mixer with a dough hook attachment. You can use this stand mixer also, but I do not have a stand mixer, so I'm using a hand mixer. So let's start combining all the ingredients. So my dough mixture is well combined now with all the ingredients, oil or the yeast, everything. So it's well combined. But there is a difference between combining and kneading. So we are going to knead this dough for around 5 to 7 minutes using a hand mixer. If you're going to use your hand, it will take around 10 to 15 minutes to knead your dough until your dough becomes soft. This is going to be a very messy process, so I'm going to use a hand mixer. And if you're using a stand mixer, it's going to take a lesser time, that is around 4 to 5 minutes. So let's mix or knead the dough using a hand mixer. So our pizza dough is now ready. So I have taken all the ends inside the dough so that my surface comes out clean. This helps the dough to rise uniformly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle some oil and I'm going to put this for proving. So the proving process will depend upon the condition, the weather condition around you. So it's now warm right now near my place. So I'll be proving this for around 1 to 1.5 hours. So it will take maximum 2 hours, but not more than that. So I'm going to let this prove. This has been resting since 1.5 hours, that is 1.5 hours. So you can see this. We are going to take this out and we are going to knead it once again, lightly knead it, and we are going to make equal, see you can see the air. So we are going to make equal sized balls. So this is going to make around 4 personal pan pizza. So I've touched this surface. So I'm going to take the pizza dough. Now gently knead it. So we are not going to put too much of flour here because we don't want our dough to be very stiff. Equal portions, just half the dough first, then again make 2 halves in one half. So here you have all the 4 pieces. So what we are going to do is we are going to again seal the edges, rolling like this, so that our surface is clean and the edges are being locked inside. So we are going to let this prove again for another 15 to 20 minutes. My dough has been proving for around 15 minutes now. So you can see the size has increased. So now what we are going to do is we are going to take this out first. We are going to set a timer. We are going to preheat our oven first. So I'm going to lightly dust the floor. Usually in the Pizza Hut or in Domino's or any other pizza parlor, they use corn meal or corn flour. I mean the makai ka atta, not the actual corn flour. So I don't have corn meal here, so I'm just using the all-purpose flour or maida here to just give the shape to the pizza. And you're not supposed to use the rolling pin. Why? Because if you're going to use the rolling pin, that is going to take away the moisture. Pizza is not going to be as good as your Pizza Hut or your Domino's pizza. So we are actually making the Pizza Hut base here, so I'll talk about Pizza Hut there. So this is how your dough or the pizza base will come. So now the next thing is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cake tin. I don't have a pizza pan here, so I'm going to take the cake tin and I'm going to sprinkle some Bombay Rava, usual Bombay Rava which we use for a upma. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little. Then I'm going to take a pizza base and I'm going to spread it across. Your pizza base should be movable, like it should move like this. Whenever you're moving your pan, your pizza base should also move. So like the way mine is moving. So I'm not giving any round shape or anything. I'm just using my hands and just stretching the dough. If you want a thin crust, you can have a thin crust. Make it 6 balls out of this, or 6 pizzas out of the whole mixture. So I'm going to make a simple margherita pizza. That is a simple cheese pizza. And one more thing you need to do while making the pizza at home is use a good quality cheese. So I found a good quality cheese, that is a Go pizza cheese. So I already have some cheese left out from my last package. So this is how it looks. It looks like a butter. The color of the cheese is like a butter. So I'm going to just grate this on the pizza. If you want to add your Italian seasoning, you can add the Italian seasoning also now itself, or you can add as per your preference after baking your pizza. So this is just a simple plain pizza, so lots of cheese. And make sure your cheese is at room temperature. The good cheese will be like this. If you punch in the pizza or on the cheese will get inside, and if you pull it out, it's really hot, so you can see the cheesy. I hope you are able to see. So inside it is still melted. It looks like melted cheese and it's not stiff. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such interesting recipes. You can also visit me on my Facebook page, which is given in the description box below. Thank you and keep watching.